everybody. This is an introduction to First-Inversion Triads. And we construct a First-Inversion Triad by first visiting a root position triad. And as you know, we have the root on the bottom, third in the middle, and then the fifth on top. I'll put little arrows here. Okay, so we have root, third, fifth in the root position triad. So what we're going to do now is bring this F, so here's the triad, F-A-C. We're going to bring this bottom F, and we're going to bring it up an octave above the third and the fifth now. So now we're left with a third on the bottom, fifth in the middle, and the roots on top. The most important thing to remember about a first inversion triad is that the third is on the bottom. The reason being that whatever note is on the bottom of the triad psychologically colors that triad. For example, if I have a root position triad, F's on the bottom, I'm down an octave now. There's a finality to it. I could play some chords and end there and get up and leave, and you'd all say, yeah, that sounded pretty good. But if I did this now and came up to first inversion, you'd say, well, this has to go on to something else, because now we have this in the bass, we have an A in the bass, and it just doesn't feel complete. It feels like it wants to go on to something else, like maybe to there. So that's the difference. That's the real important difference between root position and first inversion. And if we look at it now in terms of its intervals, we have the third is on the bottom, the hamburgers, I like to call them. So that's an interval of a third. And now we have a fourth on the top. So there's a space now. And the interval on the outside is now a sixth. So we have a third on the bottom, the hamburgers, a fourth on the top, which is more of a space, and then a much wider interval, not much wider, but a sixth instead of a fifth over here in the root position triad. And when we play root position and first inversion in our next lesson, there's going to be a right-hand fingering change that I just wanted to make you aware of. The root position we've been playing with 1, 3, 5, and the first inversion is now going to be 1, 2, 5, because there's a wider interval on the top, and it's going to be much more comfortable if you have a 2, 5 instead of a 3, 5 on the top. And the next measure over here illustrates the 4 types of first inversion. In this case, it's an F triad, but the 4 types. Here's a major, here's a minor, here's a diminished, here's augmented, but they're all ACF, 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 ACF of some kind. So today we're just going to take the white key triads as we did with the root position triads and get fluent with saying the first inversion triads and recognizing them for what they are. So if someone asks me, what's the first inversion of C major? I think I've been doing this now for like 60 years, but I think what flashes through my mind is I first see the root position triad. So I see C, E, G, and then I go E, G, C. I think that's what my brain does, but it's hard to tell at this point. So I've arranged the page in that way where you have the root position triad as a reference, and then we go on to say the first inversion triad together. So what I'd like to do is to say the root position going up, followed by the first inversion going up, and doing that twice quickly, and then we'll descend on the first inversion triad a couple of times. So let's try it out. Here we have CEG, EGC, CEG, EGC, and let's come down. CGE, CGE. All right, let's go up to D minor now. We have DFA, FAD, DFA, FAD. Come on down, DAF, DAF. E minor, EGB, GBE, EGB, GBE. Let's come down, EBG, EBG. And you want to get these really fast, just like you had the root position triads. F, FAC, ACF. FAC, ACF. Let's come down. FCA, FCA. Now I'm also taking you to the G triad below middle C. Here's this one above middle C. And going up to the first inversion. And then here's the G major triad below middle C. GBD, the D is above middle C, but the G is below middle C, coming up to a first inversion G triad. And I'm putting this in because this is common to see a G major triad in first inversion written here. So let's try G out. GBD, BDG. GBD, BDG. Let's come down here now. GBD, BDG. GBD, DBG. And let's try reading down on this twice. GDB, GDB, and this one, GDB, GDB. Good. All right, this is an A minor triad, all white keys like all of the others. And we have ACE, CEA, ACE, CEA. Same thing now. This is the A below middle C. There's middle C and the E above middle C. Let's try this one. ACE, CEA, ACE, CEA. And you're likely to see both versions of this first inversion triad as well as the root position A minor triads. And let's come down on this triad. So we have AEC, AEC, and descending on this one, AEC, AEC. All right, this is B diminished, BDF, DFB, BDF, DFB. Let's come down right below middle C, BDF, DFB, BDF, DFB. Let's descend on this one. We have BFD, BFD, and here BFD, BFD. And these are all the white key triads in root and first inversion in bass clef now. So let's read. We have ACE, CEA, ACE, CEA. And let's come down on this one twice. AEC, AEC. Let's go up to B diminished now. BDF, DFB. BDF, DFB. Descend on this one. BFD, BFD. Once again, BFD. C major, CEG, EGC. CEG, EGC, descending, CGE, CGE. And D minor, DFA, FAD. Again, DFA, FAD, descending on first inversion, DAF. Let's take a look at E minor, and this is EGB below middle C, just below middle C. This one is an octave below that, And it's kind of muddy sounding, but I've included it just for reading purposes. So let's begin with this one now. We have EGB, GBE. EGB, GBE. Let's come down to here. This is really low on the piano. Let's read EGB, GBE. EGB, GBE. And this one, it's a little more bearable. It's not as muddy as this one. And let's try reading descending on this first inversion E minor. We have EBG, EBG, and this one, EBG, EBG. Good. All right, we have two instances of F major. Let's read. FAC, ACF. Again, FAC, ACF. Down here, FAC, ACF, FAC, ACF. Let's come up here. This is middle C now, in the middle, ACF. So let's read descending. We have FCA, FCA. And now this is the F below middle C, and we have FCA, FCA. Take a look at G. We have GBD, BDG, GBD, BDG. Come on down here an octave. GBD, BDG, GBD, DBG. Let's descend on this one. This is a G up here. This is 3 ledger lines, 1, 2, 3. So we have GDB, GDB. And down here we have GDB, GDB. Well, that's all for today. And next lesson we'll be playing root position triads to first inversion triads throughout with both the right hand and the left hand. Please remember to hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying these lessons, and I'll see you next time.